Good morning, class. I Purnima welcome you to my class of English, and today I am going to teach you the poem A Photograph by Shirley Tolson. It's a beautiful poem written by Shirley Tolson. And in this poem, Photograph, Shirley Tolson described three stages in her life. So in the first stage, the photograph shows the poet's mother standing at the beach. Now, children, this is the beautiful poem written by the poet. In first stage, she described the photograph. As you can see, the heading is also the photograph, and here Shirley Tolson is describing her mother's photograph, which was very old, and where she was standing at the beach of a sea. There they went to enjoy their holiday. Now she went to the beach with her two cousins, two sis cousins, okay, Betty and Dolly, and she was 12 years of age at that time. Along with her cousins, along with her two cousins, her uncle was also seen in the beach. The second stage take us 20 or 30 years later. The mother would laugh at the way she and her cousin Betty and Dolly were dressed up for the occasion, and this photograph she is showing to her daughter Shirley Tolson. In the third stage, the poet remembers her mother with a heavy heart. The photograph revives nostalgic feeling in the poem. Now, when she sees the poem, she sees with a heavy heart, and she sees the nostalgic stage of the poem. She remembers that how her mother used to laugh, which now has become the part of her memory. So children, here two memories are shown. One is the memory of her mother who is showing her photograph, okay, and the next one is the memory. One is the memory of her mother, and other is the memory of Shirley Tolson. She is remembering everything about her mother, that how she showed her photograph, and now she is no more in this world. So this poem is about that only. Now children, the three stages of life has been described in a beautiful manner by the poet, okay. And now I will be telling you important points of the poem and the main background of the poem. Now here the poet looks at an old photograph. She's looking at the old photograph. It shows the poet's mother and her two girls cousin. The poet mother stood with her two cousins at the sea beach. They had gone there for enjoying a holiday. So, children, here the poet sees an old photograph. It shows the poet's mother and her two cousins, Betty and Dolly. They were on a holiday at the beach. The photograph shows the poet's mother's a girl of 12 or so. They stood there smiling. Her uncle captured the sweet smile of the poet's mother in the camera. The three cousins stood at the beach. The waves washed their terribly transient feet. Now, time flew on wings. 20 or 30 years pass. The poet remembers how her mother laughed when she looked at the old photograph. She pointed out to her cousins, Betty and Dolly, how they dressed them for the beach years ago. The sea holiday was now a thing of the past for the mother, but the sweet laughter of the mother had now become a thing of the past for the poet. Both felt a sense of loss. The mother lost those happy moments of her childhood which she enjoyed at the beach. The poet's loss was the loss of her mother's sweet smile. Both labored to bear the loss with ease. Now, children, the mother is dead. She died years ago. Actually, she had been dead nearly as many years as she lived. The poet has nothing to say. She has silently resigned to her fate. So once again, I tell you that the poets look at an old photograph. It shows the poet's mother and her two girls' cousin. The poet mother stood with her two cousins at the sea beach where she went to enjoy for a holiday. They had gone to enjoy a beautiful holiday with. She had gone to enjoy a holiday not only with her cousins but her uncle was also there. The mother of that girl of Shirley Dawson was just 12 years of age when she went there to the beach. Her uncle captures the sweet smile and face of the poet's mother and her cousin in a camera. That was long ago when the poet was not even born. Some 20 or 30 years passed. The mother would laugh at the photograph. She showed it to her cousin Betty and Dolly, the way they were dressed up for the beach. Thus, that sea holiday had become a thing of the poet for that sea holiday had become a thing of the past for the mother as she was showing the photograph to her daughter Shandy Dawson. And the mother's sweet smile became thing of the past for the poet. The mother has been dead for years. There is nothing but a pall of silent spit all around. The time flew. 20 or 30 years passed very quickly. The poet remembers how her mother laughed when she looked at the old photograph when she was showing to her. She pointed out to her cousins Betty and Dolly that how funny they were dressed up for the sea beach holiday years ago. The sea holiday was now a thing of the past for her mother, and her sweet laughter when she was showing that photograph to her daughter had become the thing of the past for her daughter, that is the poet. Both felt a sense of loss. The mother lost those happy moments of her childhood, and the poetess which she enjoyed. The mother lost the happy moments of her childhood when she was 12 and she went to enjoy her childhood at the sea beach. The poet loss was the loss of her mother's sweet smile, which she will never be able to see it now. Both children were remembering their past. Now the mother is dead. This was the fact now with the poet. She died years ago. Actually, she has been dead nearly as many years as she lived. The poet has nothing to say. She has silently resigned to her fate. Okay, so this is the thing. Okay, uh, there is nothing but a pall of silence spread all around her. So children, this is the what about the poet which I was going to tell you. So here 3 stages of life has been described. The first stage, the photograph shows the poet's mother is standing at the beach enjoying a holiday with her two cousins who have dressed up in a very funny way, and here the uncle captures the photograph of her mother who is having a sweet smile on her face. The second stage takes us 20 or 30 years later. The mother would laugh at the way she and her cousin Betty and Dolly were dressed up for the occasion. In the third stage, the poet remembers her mother with a heavy heart. The photograph received nostalgic feeling in the poet. Okay, so that's all. And now children, I will be explaining you all the stanza, all the 3 stanza. I will be doing the explanation part. So I will be reading it. The cardboard shows me how it was when the two girl cousins went paddling, each one holding one of my mother's hand, and she, the big girl, some 12 years or so. All 3 stood still to smile through their hair at the uncle with the camera. Stanza 2. My mother's, that was before I was born, and the sea which appears to have changed less, washed their terribly transient feet. third stanza. Some 20-30 years later, she had laughed at the snapshot. See Betty and Dolly, she would say, and look how they dress up for the beach, the sea holiday. Was her past, mine is her laughter. Both fry with the labored ease of loss. Okay, so children, this is the third stanza, and now I'm going to read the last stanza. Now she has been dead nearly as many years, and that girl lived, and of these circumstances there is nothing to say at all, but silence, silences. Okay, so here in the first paragraph, the cardboard shows an old photograph. It shows the poet's mother standing with her two cousins, Dolly and Betty. All of them were standing at the beach. They stood smiling at the uncle who was standing at a distance to have their photograph. Okay, now a few word meaning which I would like you to write it. Now children, I am going to write few of the word meaning now and tell you some of the word meaning. Like children, here cardboard is a stiff and very three paper board. Okay, paddling, walking or standing with bare feet in shallow water. So paddling, walking or standing bare feet in shallow water. Okay, now second meaning is big girl, elder sister. Then third is still, silent without moving. Okay, still means silent or without moving. Smile through their hair, that smiling faces could be seen through their hair that flew over them. Smiling through their hair, that means children, when the air comes, the breeze blows, and children, when that air it falls into your face and the hair flies, so that is known as smile through their hair. Okay, so now children, I am going to explain you. The cardboard shows me how it was when the two girls went paddling. Now here it is telling paddling. I told you paddling means walking here. Okay, so the cardboard here means children, here the cardboard is a picture photograph of her mother, and the two cousins with her uncle went there for paddling. What is the meaning of paddling? Walking or standing barefoot in a shallow water. So they were standing in a shallow water in the sea beach. Okay, they went to enjoy their sea holiday. The poet's mother with her cousin Betty and Dolly and her uncle, and here uncle is standing at the beach to capture the this photograph. This photograph was taken by their uncle. Each one holding one of my mother's hand. So Betty and Dolly, her mother was standing at the center, and Betty and Dolly, they were holding her mother's arm. All three stood still to smile as she, the big girl, some 12 year or so. So children, this photograph looks, the poet looks at the cardboard frame of an old photograph. The photograph showed two girls holding the poet's mother's hand. They had gone her for a sea bath and to enjoy their holiday at the sea beach. Out of those three, her mother was the elder. Perhaps she was nearly 12. Okay, all of them were standing at the beach. They stood silently, smiling through their hair and watching at the uncle who was standing there with a camera. And children, the two girls, they were holding the mother hand, one from the left hand side and other from the right hand side. Okay, so as she, the big girl, some 12 year or so. Now children, here the poetess is telling that this was some 12 years ago. All three stood still to smile through their hair. All of the three girls, they are smiling through their hair. They are smiling through their hair means children, the breeze is falling on their hair. And these three girls, they are smiling. Okay, the hair is moving with the breeze which was scattered on the face, and they were seen smiling. So the cardboard shows a picture of the narrator's mother and her two cousins. The big girl here means the elder sister, that is the narrator's mother. Besides the narrator mother, children, the two girls, they were standing holding their hand, and the uncle was standing to capture the photograph. Okay, now the second stanza. A sweet face, my mother's, that was before I was born, and the sea which appears to have changed less, washed their terribly transient feet. Okay, so now some few other word meaning which I'm going to write. So now sweet is attractive. Okay, and terribly is great. Transient, here momentary, or mortal. Okay, so this is the meaning of the second paragraph. My mother, that was before I was born, a sweet face. My mother's, that was before I was born. Actually, when she sees the photograph of mother, she tells that this sweet face belongs to her mother when she was born. Before she was born, that means it was many years ago when her mother was a teenage, when this photograph was taken. It shows the sweet face of her mother, which was very beautiful and sweet. And the sea which appears to have changed less. Now children, she is telling, she is remembering, but when she was born, the face of her mother was changed. But in the photograph, and when now she went to see the sea, it was not changed. It has changed very less. Washed their terribly transient feet. So children, she is telling, once again I explain this paragraph. That was a time when the poet was not even born. Her face of her mother was very beautiful. It was very sweet face. At that time, her mother face was sweet and very attractive and very beautiful. She was standing at the beach. The sea has not changed much. Now she is telling children, it is the nature which never change. It is the human being which change. They born and then they die, not the nature. The mortal face of the mother seems to have changed a lot with the passage of time. She remembered that face which was which was there in the photograph, and she remembers some other face when she was born. A lot of changes she had seen in that face, and that's why she is telling that we human beings are mortal. There will always be change in our life. The face will be changed, and finally, children, we are born, then we will leave, and afterward we will die. But the sea which was washing their mortal feet is not changed. Okay, here transient means the momentary or ephemeral life. So here children, the poet is telling, the cardboard shows the picture, the sweet face belonged to her mother. The photo was taken when she was 12 years of age, and when they were standing at the sea beach with her two cousins standing at both of her side. And the word, the children, she remembered the face of the photograph, and the face when she was born, there was a lot of changes in the face, which proves children, we human beings keeps on changing. But when she sees the seas, she feel that the nature never change. Okay. So she is telling that the poet mother and the two girl cousins stood there. The sea was washing their mortal feet. Why mortal? Because the face keeps on changing of the human being. Some 20-30 years later, she had laughed at the snapshot. See Betty and Dolly, she would say, and look how they dressed us for the beach, the sea holiday. Was her past, mine is her laughter, both vary with the labored ease of loss. So she is telling that some here children, some 20-30 years ago, now once again I am writing few new word meaning. So some here is about, and then snapshot here means 40 photograph. Snapshot here is photograph. Then Vry, disappointed with the ironical situation. It's a very important word. Disappointed with the ironical situation. Okay, and then one more word is there, labored, achieved after a lot of hard work. So here it doesn't mean hard work, it means here to achieved after a lot of hard work. So some 20-30 years later, she would laugh at the snapshot. Now children, the photograph was the past memory of her mother. Now the poet's memory has been told to us. So what memory has been told to us? Some 20-30 years later. Now children, she is remembering it must be 20 or 30 years ago, when she was, her mother was showing the poetess her photograph, and she's looking and laughing at the snapshot, the photograph, and she's saying that, see Betty and Dolly, she is telling that, look at her cousin and look how they are dressed up for the beach. She's smiling that how strangely they are dressed up for the beach. So 20 or 30 years passed since that photograph had been taken now. Okay. Whenever the mother looked at the photograph, she would laugh. She would point out Dolly and Betty, her cousin, that how they were dressed up, okay, for the sea holiday. The sea holiday had become a thing of the past for her mother, and showing of the photograph had become a thing of the past for her daughter. Okay. So she is telling, the sea holiday had become a thing of the past for the mother, and the sweet laughter of the mother, which the photograph had captured, had become the poet's own past. Both of them suffered from a sense of loss. So children, the poet mother, she is suffering a loss of her childhood and how she enjoyed her beautiful life on that beautiful holiday with her cousin and her uncle capturing the photograph. And children, here the poet is suffering the loss of her mother. She is remembering that how her mother used to smile when she used to show her that photograph. She used to tell her that how shabbily they found funny they two cousins had dressed up, and she used to laugh. Ironically, both of them were laboring to ease the loss. So children, here in this paragraph, in this stanza, both mother and daughter, they are suffering. Both of them were laboring to ease the loss. Okay. So now what was her past? Her past is the past of the mother. That means the past of her mother. The word both here is stand for the the narrator and her mother. Now the last stanza. Now she had been dead nearly as many years as that girl lived, and of these circumstances there is nothing to say at all. Its silence silences. So children, here circumstances means situation. The poet says that her mother has been dead for years. She has been dead nearly as many years she had lived. She has nothing to say about the circumstances of her death or about the situation captured in the photos. Silence only brings out deeper silence and makes things mysterious. Now she has been dead nearly as many years as that girl lived. So children, here girl stand here for poet's mother. That means she died numbers of years as she had lived. Okay. She has been dead nearly as many years as she lived. Thus, this circumstances means here the way her mother died. Its silences means silence caused by the mother death give birth to a pall of silence. Okay. So, children, here these circumstances refer to the death of the poet's mother. The photograph of the dead mother being sad, nostalgic feeling in the poet, but the poet has nothing to say at all about these circumstances. The silence of the poet makes the pall of silence prevailing there still deeper. Okay, so you can see that what is the loss? Both vie with the labored ease of loss. What is the loss? That both of them suffered a sense of loss here, children. The mother loses her carefree childhood. She can't have those moments of enjoyment once again that she once experienced at the beach, and she can't be a sweet, smiling girl of 12 years. There is also the poet loss. Perhaps she will never see that smiling face and experience her laughter again in her life. The irony of the situation is that both of them struggle to bear the loss with tolerance ease. How did the poet's mother die? So the poet's mother has been dead years ago. She has been dead nearly as many years she lived. The poet has nothing to say about this incident. She maintains silence, and silence leads a deeper pall of silence with mystery. So children, this is the poem. Once again, children, the most important thing here that about this poem is that what does this three stranger depicts? So this three and four stranger depicts different phases in poet's life. In the first stranger, the poet mother is shown as a 12-year-old girl with a pretty and laughing face. She is carefree, she is enjoying her life. There she went paddling with two cousin, and the uncle is standing on the beach. Children, as teenagers, they really wish to have their photograph. So they are three of them standing, two cousins from they were standing at the left and right hand side of the mother, and they were ready to have their photograph. This phase is before the poet's birth. The second phase describes the middle-aged mother laughing at the photograph when she is showing that snapshot to her daughter. The third phase describes the chilling pall of silence that the death of the mother has left in the life of the poet. And she also feels that it is the life of the human being changed, but the nature remains the same. So she feel, and now children, she is silent. She doesn't have to say about the death of mother. She's only feeling she's sad about the death of mother. And children, this tell her that in the third phase describe the chilling pall of silence that the death of the mother has left in the life of the poet. So with this explanation, I conclude my video here. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.